Welcome to Solutions Studio. This is a free series on C programming language. If you like these videos, please subscribe to follow along with this series. Also, please like and leave a comment and share the video to help spread this series. Welcome to Solutions Studio. This is a free series on C programming language. If you like these videos, please subscribe to follow along with this series. Also, please like and leave a comment and share the video to help spread this series.
Hello and welcome to this episode, and in this episode we want to cover the string conversion functions. So in C programming language we have some string conversion functions from the general utility library in here, and this is the header for the general utilities library. The functions that we want to discuss about, these functions convert strings of digits to integer and floating point values. And the table that you can see in here with the function prototype and the function description summarizes the string conversion functions that we will be discussing about in the coming episodes. Stay tuned as we cover each one of these functions in the coming episodes. Hello and welcome to this episode, and in this episode we discuss about string to double function. This string to double function is included in this header of C programming language. This is the standard utilities library of C programming language. Now this function will take a string and it also will take a pointer to a string as arguments, and it will return a double that could be included inside of this first string. Now let's go and see the example here in the main function. Here in the main function we have a string which is storing this string literal in itself, and then we have a pointer to a string which is pointing to null. Now using this function we are applying this function on the string, and the floating point numbers that is included inside of this string will be returned to this variable d, and the rest of the characters are going to be returned inside of this string pointer. And finally we will print the results using printf. Let's go and run this program. And as you can see, the string 51.2 are admitted is converted to the double value of 51.2, which is stored here in this d variable, and the string is stored here in this string pointer variable. And that's it for this episode. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to see you in the coming episodes. Stay. Hello and welcome to this episode, and in this episode we want to discuss about string to long function. This function is included in the standard utilities library of C programming language. Now this function will take a string, and it will also take a pointer to a string, and it will also take a base, and it will return a long value. Now let's go and see the example that has been applied on this function. As you can see in here, I have a string which contains this string literal, and I have a pointer to string which is pointing to null. Then we have applied a string to long function here on this string, which is basically this one. And then we have also given it an argument, the remainder pointer, which this string will use to store the remainder string characters that is left from this string, and it will also take a base. This base could be octal or hexadecimal, or if we define it as 0, this is the default base which is decimal, and it will return a number long. Now let's go and execute this program so we can see how this function has worked its magic. Now you can see that the original string that was stored here in this string variable was this one. The converted value that we got from the function is equal to this number because it has separated the number from the string. Now it has stored it in this x, and the remainder strings are equal to ABC, which has been stored in this remainder pointer. And also this number has been added to 5, 6, 7, and the result has been written in here, so that you can see that the number is quite real and it is long and integer, and arithmetics can be applied to this number. And that's it for this episode. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to see you in the coming episodes. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to this episode, and in this episode we discuss about this function which is converting strings to unsigned longs. As you can see in here in the prototype of this function, it will take a string and it will take a pointer to string, and it will also take the base of the numbers. The base of the numbers could be octal or a decimal, and it will return unsigned long numbers. So let's go and see the example of this program so that you can understand it better. We have a string in here. It has some numbers included in the string literal, and we have a pointer to a string. Then we apply this function on this string, and we also give it the pointer to the string as one of the arguments, and we also specify the base of the numbers. Then we will get a returned value from this function, which is going to be of type unsigned long. Let's go and run this program. And as you can see that the original string was this one, which included some numbers inside this string, and the converted value that we stored in x is equal to the numbers that are separated from this string, and it's stored in this x variable. The remainder of the original string is going to be this ABC, which is the remainder from this string literal, excluding the numbers, and the converted value minus 5, 6, 7 is going to be this value. As you can see, we have done some arithmetics on this variable x, and we have got the result. And that's it for this episode. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to see you in the coming episodes. Stay tuned.